Welcome back, guys, to another 2-minute tech review Tuesday. In this video, we are going to be reviewing and listening to the CLA drum plugin from Waves. That's Chris Lord-Alge, who, if you haven't heard of, is the biggest producer and mix engineer in the world. His discography is eye-watering. Any artist you can think of, he's definitely worked with them at some point. He is just the man. And he's worked with Waves to create this great drum plugin to help you get your mixes sounding great really quickly. Let's dive into the computer and have a look and hear how it sounds. Here we are in Logic, and I've pulled up some drums from a session from another song of mine, and this is how they sound on their own. On this session, we used 3 different kick drum mics, and I've grouped those together onto a bus. I've put a little bit of EQ on the bus to remove some annoying frequencies, and then we've got the CLA drum plugin. The interface is very simple. We have a dial here to move between kick, snare, toms, overhead, room, and cowbell settings. And we have 5 faders across the bottom. 1 for bass, 1 for treble, 1 for compression, 1 to add reverb, and 1 for gate. Let's go for some top end. And I like a good bit of click. Let's leave that there. Compression. How much compression do we want? Yeah, the wall was a bit too much, so I'm going to go with spank reverb. Do we want any reverb on the kick? Let's try it. Probably not, but maybe a little bit. Nice. Okay, hall's too much. I'm going to go with club and just dial that back a little bit. And the gate, this should be useful for locking out some of the snare drum and hi-hat bleed. Wow, so straight away that's blocking out loads, which is great. So the sound is tight, crisp, and concise there. Let's move on to the snare drum bus. Dial set to snares. Do we need much low end? Probably not. The gate there's working with the snare nicely, but I want a bit more reverb now. It's a bit dead. Too much. And I like that. Right, let's move on to the overheads and cymbals again on another bus. Right, now I'm probably not going to use a gate on the cymbals, and we probably don't need much bottom end, but let's try with that. So I'm just going to leave a little bit of reverb because I'm conscious I may put some reverb on the master bus output. Didn't need the bottom end there. It wasn't really doing much. I like the amount of compression we had, and we don't need a gate. So this is so quick and easy to get a good drum sound going here. Now what we're going to do is combine them all as they are set already and then bring in another version of this plugin onto the master bus. Let's remind ourselves how that sounded without the plugins on. So instantly, as quickly as that, it's tight, it's punchy, it's sharp, there's a little bit of reverb, everything's gated, and it sounds nice and smooth. Let's do one more on the master bus and hear how that affects the overall sound. So playing with the gate there on the master bus had some quite interesting effects on the cymbals and the reverb, which is what I was getting at. So guys, as you can see, this is a great way to get a really good sounding drum mix very quickly at the touch of a few buttons. If you need extra EQ, bring up your native channel strip EQs like this one in Logic here, and away you go. Couldn't be easier. So what do you guys think? How do you think this plugin sounds? I think it's a really useful tool. It's so quick and easy to get a good drum sound, as you've just seen. If you'd like to find out more information about this plugin, there is a link in the description below. And if you'd like to purchase it through that link, I do get a small commission. It is an affiliate link, but that helps me keep the channel running so I can keep creating content for you lovely people. With that in mind, hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more 2-Minute Tech Review Tuesdays, coming Tuesdays, and I'll see you all on the next one. Thanks for watching.